Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
So what should I say? So hi Beograd. Welcome to Oslo. That international flurry, coming really into my office at the moment, at my home office, I must say. So that's quite cool.
I was just saying that we have like a big company in Norway, but it doesn't look very big. You're sitting in your bedroom, aren't you?
No, my only colleague today is actually my dog. The dog is sleeping in the room next to me. So, but that's the beauty of video. You can actually sit from home office and be just present with colleagues or you guys, as if I was in the office back at Lysa here. So it doesn't really make a difference from the quality.
Okay, through that. We are in a beautiful hotel just outside Beograd. And I'm here together with a nice crowd of journalists from Serbia. And I asked them how many have been in a video conference before, and that was actually quite few. It was 3-4 people only. So I said, just do a call. That was the first thing. So next to that, I have on your title on the slide here, it said people and culture. What is that?
Well, that's a good question. I think we might say that I work within the field of HR, human resources, which more people tend to know what it's about. But in Tandberg, we work a bit differently within that area. So the corporate culture of Tandberg is really what makes us successful, and the core of the culture is people. So my job is really to work and, reinforce the organizational culture across 25 countries in what we define as EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, Africa, and then we added South America as well, and work through organizational development through people. So that is really what my title is reflecting, I think, and in that I'm naturally involved with everything from A to Z, with when it comes to finding new people to Tandberg, recruiting them, selecting them, which I do over video, as we do now, or as you experience now, and also everything with development of talents, succession planning, difficult conversations, etc., etc. So in that sense, you can say that I work within the field of people and culture, and my absolute most important tool of doing that is this technology. Because I could never do this job of being, in several places more or less at once without video.
Okay.
So
you're looking after these 25 countries, and there is hundreds of employees. And how does the normal employee, let's say that you need to talk to one of our new employees in, let's say, Romania or Hungary, where we have Norbert sitting, and how does he feel being introduced to this media?
Yeah, good question. We should probably have asked Norbert himself about that. But I think what I see, and I can just tell the story about myself, my first experience with Tandberg 5 years ago was actually on video from Germany, talking to people in Oslo. And it was a bit, quite a unique experience, because after 5 minutes I was feeling that I was in the room with these people and I was connecting with them. And I think that's the same experience for a lot of people across, for example, Eastern Europe as well, where we have a lot of people sitting from home alone, and which is, I think, among the biggest heroes of our company, the ones who sit very much alone and are motivated and have the drive to go out and drive business and seek opportunities every day. But for them, this technology is even more important, because when they need to, they can call me or any other colleague wherever in the world that they could connect to, and I can also sometimes just pick up the remote control and call Norbert and say, how are you, and would you like to have a coffee today, and we'll just talk about how he's doing, questions he might have with everything that goes on, or everything from potential Cisco integration to, you know, the general performance and development reviews we have, as well as he looking for potential new opportunities within the company. And we can have a face-to-face conversation about that and actually, you know, have a coffee. So in that sense, I would assume that his feedback would be that, or I can actually refer to another colleague of us who sits alone on the west coast of Norway actually. He says he is very much alone in the office, but he is never lonely. And I think that is actually summarizing it very well. Meaning that even if he sits physically as the single person in the office, he has colleagues around the world which he can connect to as easily as you connected to me now, just by pushing the button. And that makes a difference. So, yeah, I don't know if that's a good answer, Gavin.
Yeah, it's probably not up to me to kind of judge. It's up to the to our audience here. Yeah. We got nominated for a couple of, or we received several awards over the last years when it comes to our workplace. Do you see video playing a major role to kind of achieve those awards?
Yes, we've actually been thinking a lot about that, and we have done very well. We've received different awards for, you know, best place to work in the UK, in Norway, in Canada, across, you know, different areas of the world. And actually, talking about it, in a few hours, I'm going to attend a ceremony here in Oslo, where we have gotten the information that we, again, are among the top 10 finalists to win Great Place of to Work of the Year in Norway. So I'm big excited to see how that turns out. But back to your question, Vivin, we have been doing a lot of thinking recently, or we do a lot of thinking all the time about, you know, what is it that makes us good.
Don't exaggerate the thinking part.
So, at least we try to. But about what is it that we do that makes us successful, and how can we continue to, you know, be even better and improve on what we're doing. And yes, we have realized that actually video is a very, very important driver for keeping our culture and keeping that feeling of being a huge company, or sort of at least a widespread company from a geographical point of view, but still people feeling as belonging to one family, being very connected. And we call that a video way of life, so we sort of use this internal term on it, which is actually the case that we do more than 100,000 video calls every month. We see each other, and with that, as I explained in the case of, you know, me connecting with Norbert to have a coffee and just talk about general things, we have a face-to-face approach with more or less everything we do. And that means that it's not necessarily the electronics of sending an email or spreading, you know, data. It's having a commitment and see each other in the eyes and working towards something bigger than ourselves together. And that means that even if you sit far away from the main office and you're alone, or you have a lot of colleagues, you know, around you, oh, that's my other colleague coming in here now. I don't know if you see him, but
what's his name?
Just a second. That is Franz.
Franz.
So it's Franz, yes.
Franz, come.
Yeah. He didn't find you that interesting, so I think he left, which is probably good. Yeah, back to the video way of life. So we see that the technology actually gets us, you know, more connected, and that we are able to make decisions faster, and we are more unified in everything we do, and also in the communication. And it's really because it makes a difference to see each other in the eyes when you commit to something and when you choose to move forward towards a specific goal together.
Any of you have any questions for Trudy? So it's open to answer, I guess.
Yeah.